Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. Now recently I did the 500th retro review, which was the masterpiece that is Lukozer Wars 3D. Well, this is the 300th Commodore 64 game that I have reviewed, or at least it is if you don't include those ones that are included in the shit game database. So for such a momentous occasion, you would imagine that I would choose a game that is quite fantastic. Well, you could imagine that, but you really don't know me very well if you do. No, for this one it is Rygar, which was released in 1987. It was published by US Gold. I don't know who it was though who actually programmed it. I've been looking all over to try and find who it was. Nah, can't find it anywhere. It may have even been the people who did the coin-op original. I think it was Tengen, or Tengen, however you fucking pronounce it. That's probably a good pronunciation of it. So, how good a conversion is this? Well, let's have a comparison then. Coming up is some footage of the coin-op original. This is the first level of the coin-op version of Rygar being completed. Well, there you go. So, someone out there saw that game and thought, right, we have definitely got to get the rights to convert this game because it looks absolutely fantastic and truly memorable and not at all an ultra bland fucking boring heap of shit that would bore the tits off anybody who so much as looked at it. Right, well anyway, now you know what the coin-op looks like. Here we go with the Commodore 64 conversion. Actually, before I start, you see here the title page, total silence. And you do have to look fairly hard to see the actual title of the game. But there it is, press fire to play Rygar, written in, you know, just small text. It's almost as if they're somewhat embarrassed to say what the game is. Well, as you've seen footage of the coin-op original, yeah, you can understand it. If you can't, well, you fucking will in a minute. Here we go. Now, first of all, you have this text, which you cannot skip. Press fire all the time. No, it doesn't do anything. You have to wait for the text to finish, and then you press fire and brace yourself. What the fuck is this shit? Graphics by Lego. I mean, you know, okay, the coin-op original was fucking bland beyond belief, but at least it had something sort of bordering on visuals. This, I mean, what the fucking hell? Anyway, let's try and get some sort of summary going. The idea is that you're supposed to have been brought back from the dead or something. Fuck knows how or why. And right, we've got to get across this fucking gap here, which is easier said than done when you've got all those enemies waiting at the other end. So let's try and get them all to disappear and fuck up the jump. Okay, that bit of platform there, that's never usually there. So that's a fucking like glitch in the game, which I've not seen before. So anyway, so you've been brought back to the dead, you've got to get to some fucking castle or other, and that's where the enemy is. And amazingly, I've completed the first level. I've also lost quite a few lives, and yet it doesn't seem to be taking any of the, you know, it's still showing me as having full lives. Have I been picking up a lot of extra lives or something? Anyway, yeah, so you got to get this fucking castle at the end. I don't know why. I don't care why. Again, I've lost a life, and again, it's not taken the thing away. I mean, this game doesn't have any trainers, so I can't start any. And it also has this fucking glitch where you, if you jump up, I'll say again, if you jump up on the, I finally lost a life, so I was just getting loads of extra lives. Yeah, you jump up onto those pile of stones, the platforms there, and let's see if I can do it again. Press and hold fire and die. Okay, that wasn't a good place to try and do that. Alright, let's have another go at this fantastic fucking sack of bollock. Oh, come on! Right. So yeah, I don't know what all these power-ups I'm picking up are. I mean, they're probably explained in the coin-op, but I mean, shock horror, I never played the coin-op because I took one look at it and I just thought, what a fucking heap of shit. Right, anyway, so yeah, you jump up onto this platform and wait for that dragon to fly past. Press and hold down fire and then start running, and he runs along at the same level as the where he was standing. So it's really well coded. What the fucking, oh, it's because my time's run out, so I've now got to get a fucking move on. And so, like so many fucking coin-ops, you lose a life because of a fucking yeah, time limit, and that's all. Did you lose a life because, you know, one of the enemies that will hit you? No, you lost a life because the fucking time limit bollocks. Right. Here we go, I fucking got through the first level again. There's something to be proud of. I can get through level 1 of Rygar. So anyway, yeah, you play this character who's supposed to have been brought back from the dead. He's armed with the lethal yo-yo of death. You can also swing it round like that to get you know, enemies who are up in the air. But I mean, horizontal scrolling platform shooters do not get more generic than the fucking arcade coin-op original, and somebody out there thought, right, we've got to fucking convert this because it's that good. The game is, yeah, that end bit there, that's supposed to be a ghost that's taking you away and returning you to your grave. Right, I think this is going to be my last go because I can't take too much more of this fucking shite. So, right, graphics. The graphics are fucking horrific. This was released in 1987. We'd already had, you know, the likes of Whizball and, you know, say The Last Ninja, which were graphically fantastic. Impossible Mission was 3 years earlier than this. And this is the best graphics that this lot could fucking do when converting this masterpiece. You're starting to get a bit of an idea as to why they didn't have the fucking name very, you know, in very large text on the title screen. It's not so much that it looks like they were embarrassed, I think they were embarrassed. It looks shit. Okay, you're right, yeah, the coin-op original is a fucking load of bollocks, but at least it has some visuals to look at, which are, you know, somewhat okay. And this, well, I mean, if it had been, you know, okay, blocky graphics, basic backgrounds and that, but that's because they concentrated on the gameplay, then yeah, you could understand it. But no, they haven't. But then, I mean, the coin-op original hardly was, you know, revolutionary when it came to gameplay anyway, so it wasn't going to give you much. So, alright, anyway, we've done graphics. Audio. The music is by David Whittaker. Oh, fucking hell, I've got through level 2! Anyway, yeah, the music's by David Whittaker. His Commodore 64 stuff was very hit and miss. He could do the occasional decent tune. He sure as fuck didn't do it here, though. But then, I mean, he was basically doing a 64 rendition of the arcade music. It was never going to be, you know, fucking, well, anything worth listening to, was it? Oh, and that's me dead. What a fucking shame. Except I haven't finished doing the review, so it means I've got to have another fucking go. So yeah, the music, well, I mean, there's none at all on the title page. The title page is completely silent. But yeah, the music's absolutely forgettable. The sound effects are probably the best thing about the game. And they're not exactly fucking, you know, earth-shattering. If there is a plus point, it's the fact that it does actually have sound effects and music at the same time. I mean, granted, the music is constantly being interrupted by the sound effects, but nevertheless, they're there. Time this so I can get all these fuckers as there we go. Picks up that like smart bomb thing. There, right, so that's graphics and audio done. And gameplay, I mean, it's fucking boring, generic, fucking horizontal scrolling platform come shooter shit. I mean, around this sort of time, a hell of a lot of the arcade conversions around that, you know, were up for grabs as far as, you know, what licenses were available. They were all being snapped up by Ocean and Imagine. And of course, Ocean, Imagine, they snapped up such great arcade titles as Athena and Psycho Soldier. And I'm sure there were worse, but I can't remember any at the moment. But they didn't snap up this. Oh, they got Rastan and Gryzor. But they didn't bother with this one. Which gives you an idea of just how good the fucking coin-op original is. And if it didn't, well, you you saw a clip of the arcade original at the start. I mean, it is one of those games where it just leaves you wondering, firstly, why would anyone fucking bother playing it? And why the fuck would anyone bother converting it? You know, the game is, well, it's a game for fucking retards. Only some complete fucking moron would look at that and say, "Cool, that looks good." So it looks like shit. The audio, well, the music is utterly forgettable. I mean, the sound effects are the best thing about the game, and they are hardly, you know, fucking revolutionary. Oh dear, I fucking died again. And the gameplay is every bit as boring and generic and bland as the coin-op original. Why the fuck did they even bother converting this? Especially if the best they could do, or presumably the best they could do on the Commodore 64, was a game that looked like this. It's shit from start to finish. I will score this 1 out of 10 purely because it's one of those few games that actually has music and sound effects at the same time while playing. Well, that's it. The rest of it can just go to fuck. So that is Rygar, a shit conversion of an utter shit arcade game. That's about as good a summary as you're ever going to get. So that brings this review to an end, and we will see you at the next one.